Well, I remember there's an interview she did where she said, uh, that having a pretty face definitely opens doors. Had opened doors for her and that type of thing. Um, the interesting thing though about Sweetie is that I saw old videos of Sweetie when she was first trying to rap and she was like, rapping for people and stuff like that. This was before all the plastic surgery. This was, small boobs,
Hmm.
relatively flat butt, you know, not all the curves that you see these days. From your point of view, does plastic surgery does that ultimately help or hurt women when it comes to relationships with men?
Now this is where it goes personal. In my personal opinion, there's something. It's all on a sliding scale. There's nips and tucks, slight adjustments, but we're getting to the point to where it's becoming comical. I live in Atlanta, and I'm looking at some women that have some of those comical proportions. Jessica Rabbit was a cartoon character for a reason. But now we're starting to see women who have these impossibly small waists, really large hip to waist ratio, really large butts. But what you're not seeing is a lot of these women with where are their husbands and who are they married to if they are married. I look at the outcome. Look on their left finger and say, are you married to a man that you value? And the answer probably would shock most people.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of an interesting type of thing because you look on the internet and it seems like the girls with plastic surgery seem to be winning because when you look at a lot of these kind of women that are with celebrity guys, you know,
Mm-hmm.
Nicki Minaj, Ari Fletcher, I mean, even Lori Harvey
Mm-hmm.
had plastic surgery. You see them with these superstar men.
Mm-hmm.
Now, most times they're not married, but I mean, Sweetie, same thing with Quavo, I mean, et cetera, et cetera. They're usually not married, but they're with the guy. Sometimes they have a kid,
Mm-hmm.
with that man, little baby's, baby mother, I believe Jada, she's had some work done and so forth. They have a kid with this man. They're not married, but they're living the lavish lifestyle. They're showing off all their Dior and
Mm-hmm.
their Hermes bags and everything. And I think a lot of women say, oh, that's the key. That's the easy fix. I just need to have a huge ass, get a bunch of lipo. If my boobs are, kind of saggy, I'll perk them up. I'll go to DR, spend $20,000, $30,000, and then I'll go get a superstar and wear Dior and ball out. But I feel it's a little bit deceiving because you're right. These women are not married.
Right. So on my Instagram the other night, I had a woman who came in to my show and she fit that characteristic. And she said it herself. I, you know, I dated rappers and sport athletes and all this other kind of stuff, and she's got the surgeries and everything else. But yet, if you listen to her, she says, "I wish I'd have stayed with the guy that was a normal guy a few years ago that I had, because that's the guy I should have married." That's why I said I put athletes, entertainers, and musicians over here, and I look at most people and I look at the outcomes. If the outcome you want is to be married with children, if that's what you say you want, who's getting that done? Um, and I think what we're saying is a lot of mixed messages are getting sent out to women. So when I come out and say something that we talk about on the basketball court, in the barbershop, in the gym, at Buffalo Wild Wings, amongst men that we accept to be true, it's shocking. It's savage. It's like, oh my God. And it's like, well, who do you think these boyfriends and husbands are going to come from? They're not going to come from this infinitesimally small group of musicians, entertainers, and athletes. It's going to come from the regular guys over here, or the above average guys over here, or the high value guys over here. This is where the relationships are going to come from.